Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the SFR GT Challenge, round 8 from the Red Bull Ring. This is GTC3 division. A little bit of bad news, unfortunately. I'm in the commentating booth by myself tonight as my partner Rodrigo could not make it. It was a last minute thing, so unfortunately he will be with us next week and not tonight. But it is Friday night, and we are about to get things going down. Let me give you a couple little info bits here. In the championship for the driver standings, we have Rockefeller with 1-2 positions with one wing out in front. He's in the 4GT. Magic Man is in second place in the Vet. Then we have from BDRT, Black Dragon Racing Team, we have J-Rod in the Vet as well. And then you also have Twilight and Death Scythe behind. And in the driver standings, the team standings, you have Rockefeller, BDRT, and RWB is closing in, especially with the recent signing of Little Mac, who you could see is on pole. So actually we have three Corvettes on pole tonight. The track conditions is very damp, as you can see. There's an overcast. It's cloudy type day out here. So the championship for the driver standings is really up for grabs. It's anyone's game. And it's going to get really interesting towards these last 4 rounds after today, because there's a ton of stuff that could happen. We can't get into there's a million different combinations of things that could happen, but with RWB Little Mac making his appearance here now over the last 3, this will be 4 rounds, I believe. He is really showing his pace and his speed, and he could still win the championship in the driver standings, believe it or not. So it is very interesting, and you have all 3 of them on 1, 2, 3 fighting for the championship here. We have one wing a little bit down, MDes from TPRT. Unfortunately, he's been missing his teammate, Ali GP. As we know, Chio has jumped up a division to GTC2, but MDes has been putting in all the work for TPRT, hoping to get his teammate back, and if he does, they could also make a push. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get things underway here from the Red Bull Ring. Little Mac on pole, starting on the mediums. Magic Man started on the mediums. J-Rod on the mediums, so we know that right away. And here we go. Lights are out. Little Mac, Magic, and J-Rod got a great launch. So did One Wing. Twilight is up there. Everything's clean through the first corner. They run a little wide. Everybody making it through. Cannoli, Mac, and Anubis. A newcomer's Prec Cruz in the Audi number 22 back there. Inferno getting a little sideways, but they all make it through cleanly. Back at the front, Little Mac leads. J-Rod overtook Magic Man coming into T4. Really T3. I don't consider that one turn a T4, but everybody making it through clear. As you can see the field, One Wing is chasing down MDes here. So let's get a tire update before we go any further. We know Little Mac's on the mediums, so is J-Rod on the mediums, who got in front of Magic Man. What a job by J-Rod right there. He made up a nice position here. Magic on the mediums, MDes on the mediums, One Wing on the mediums, Twilight on the mediums, Cannoli on the mediums, Anubis on the mediums, Early Mac on the mediums. Anubis getting a little twisted out. Prec Cruz on the mediums. And racing hearts for Inferno, the only one through the whole field. Little Mac takes us into T2 with a decent gap. We have a battle here with Magic Man. Is he going to go for it? Nope, thinks better of it. Got to get this turn right. It's crucial. You can't ride the curves too much to the left or you will get spit into the wall. And looks like these three are starting to build just a little bit of a lead on MDez here. MDez getting a little squirrely, trying to keep One Wing at bay, which he's doing a pretty decent job of in the 911 here. Twilight has some space between him, holding down 6 nice, but he can't sleep on Joey Cannoli. Joey Cannoli has shown some outstanding pace over the last few rounds and just had some unfortunate luck, so commentator's curse, knock on wood, things go well for him today in that beautiful Merc blue livery, the red, white, and blue. Anubis in that mean-looking Viper with his teammate Mac behind him in the M6. And here comes Prek Cruz. Prek well represented in SFR, and they will be a force to be reckoned with. The Audi is not an easy car to drive, and as you figure, Inferno is in the rear on the hards, but he's getting them out of the way in the 911. So good going there. At the front, we still have J-Rod and Magic Man. J-Rod holds that. Whoa! Nice curb hop. That was an unbelievable exit by MDez, who's getting all out of, is getting Magic Man and J-Rod out of shape. Is MDez going to make this move here? He's got nowhere to go. This is a very difficult corner here. MDez with a dive. What a move by MDez. Up the inside of J-Rod. Will J-Rod get it back? Oh, little bump. Clean. Rubbings racing. J-Rod going back for the inside. He's got to back off. That allows One Wing to actually tag right onto the back now. And what a move by MDez here, putting J-Rod down in position. MDez came out of nowhere. Still a tight fight going into the turn here. You got to be very careful. They give each other room. Great job here. Great job. Is J-Rod going to go for the... Oh, he's going to go for the overtake into T1. Surely he will. The vet with that V8 grunt. He gets it. Will One Wing get it? Now One Wing and MDez. One Wing forces MDez wide. MDez looks like he's holding the position, though. That Ford GT is fast. He has the inside line. While all this is happening, will One Wing get the move? MDez cuts him off. Great job by MDez to defend there. Twilight's tacking onto the back of this. He says, I want to have some fun too. You got Anubis and Cannoli not too far behind either. Now Twilight is right on the back of this 4-pack racing. Look at this racing. MDez in that podium position right now does not want to give it up, and what that's allowing to happen is Magic Man and Little Mac are now starting to build a decent gap on the rest of these guys here. Here's the view from One Wing. He's got Twilight right on his rear. J-Rod looking for the inside on MDez. He gets it. Will MDez get the switchback? MDez gets the switchback. What a move. And now One Wing capitalizes on that. Unbelievable racing on the beginning. Unbelievable racecraft from these guys. Giving each other room. One Wing looking back to the inside. He's looking like he's going to take it. You got to be careful here. He backs off. MDez is forced to run wide, going over the grass, going to get the tires a little dirty. One Wing giving a flash of the lights like he wants that position, but MDez has every right to be there. He is not giving up that podium position easy at all. Oh, One Wing with a tap. One Wing forces Emdes. Why? No. What happened to Emdes? There he is in 6th. He somehow survives, but now that gives J-Rod the podium position. And One Wing forces J-Rod wide. I don't know if that was contact or that happened on their own. 2B DRT drivers settle back in, and now One Wing has 3rd. Now Anubis tags onto the back in 7th. Back to Emdes. So Emdes loses out drastically there. Unbelievable exchange so early on in a 38-lap race. Wow, oh wow. Emdes the biggest loser there. There might be some controversy from the stewards, as in turn 2, One Wing got a little bit into Emdes as Twilight enters the pits. Anubis enters the pits. Cannoli enters the pits. They're doing the 5 on the mediums only. Pret Cruz enters the pits. Inferno getting rid of those hards, as you would figure. So now you got Little Mac at the front of the field, followed by Magic about 5 seconds behind. One Wing staying out. J-Rod stays out, and so does Emdes. That might have been a smart move for Emdes to stay out here. His mediums aren't looking too bad. Now we all know you have to run 5 minimum laps on mediums and hards. The rest of the way you can go for softs, but you could run longer if you'd like. Let's see. Early Mac in 6th in the M6. Twilight, who has racing softs on now, so does Anubis. Cannoli went for the hards. Cruz went for the softs. And Inferno went for the softs. So this is going to get interesting here. Let's see what the leaders do when they get in here. Little Mac is about to enter, you would think. Or is he going to make a liar? He's making a liar out of me. He's going longer on the mediums. Okay. Magic Man's in. One Wing is in. Twilight, Emdes, they're all in here. Let's see what Magic Man does here. Surely in 2nd place, you would figure he would go to the softs. All the fuel about equal. Will he lose any positions? No, it comes out clear. Twilight, who's just coming around now. And Twilight, look at this pack. Twilight, Anubis, One Wing, and J-Rod. Oh, Twilight's looking to get away from this pack in a hurry. Emdes tacks onto the back there. One Wing is on the hard, so he is going to be a roadblock. Oh, Emdes with a spin. No! In the same spot, he's going to have to recover on those hards. He keeps the top 10 position for now, but wow. Emdes, unfortunate, got pushed out wide there a lap ago and just caught those cold racing hard tires, which will call you out. We have some battles here, though, on the softs. Here we go. J-Rod on the softs. One Wing is on the hard. So how hard is One Wing going to try and fight J-Rod? J-Rod will clear him and does just that. So if One Wing can hang in the draft, that will be a big advantage. Anubis on the softs now in the Viper, chasing down Twilight here. Let's see what Anubis can do in this Viper, as Magic Man is on the softs in 2nd. The only one who hasn't pit yet is Little Mac. Still too far to make a move yet. Will he get a move down the straight? Let's see. The Vet and the Viper are pretty much on equal power. You got American Muscle fighting here. Twilight is going to cover that line. Good job by Twilight. Anubis has to sit in behind. Here's J-Rod and One Wing. One Wing still putting up a fight on the hards. Now you got Pret Cruz on the softs making up positions here. Watch out for this man from the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club. Joey Cannoli is on the hard, so he yielded that position. Mac is on the hards, Mdez on the hards, Inferno on the softs. He will be making his way. You figure past Mdez, although Mdez is an experienced driver, won't be an easy chore. And we still got Anubis and Twilight looking for that position for the podium here, both on the soft tires. Similar strategies. J-Rod has managed to build a slight gap up on one wing, which you would assume, especially with one wing being on the hards. But if one wing can hang in his draft, that will be all the more important for one wing here. And here comes Pret Cruz on the softs. Gotta watch out for this if you're one wing here. Joey Cannoli doing a decent job hanging in place on those racing hards. And we still have this battle between Anubis and Twilight here. Let's get on board. Twilight's actually starting to catch Magic Man here. Anubis on his bumper. Look at this. Looking for a way by. Will he find it? Anubis making the move. Twilight doesn't want to give it up. Great move by Anubis. Can he make it stick around the bend? Into the Bull Arena section here. Yes, he does. Great move by Anubis. Getting that draft, coming down the inside, and now you have Rockefeller in a 1-2-3 on the podium with Little Mac still out. What is Little Mac doing? Little Mac finally enters the pit on lap 9. What will he do, and will he lose a position here, running those mediums for a long stint? Going right to the racing hards. He wants them out of the way fast. He's in first, and he's got a decent gap between him and Magic Man, but look at this battle still going on between Twilight and Anubis, and Anubis has made up room on his teammate, Magic Man. Oh, Twilight's going for a move, it looks like, to the inside. Anubis leaving the room, can't defend it in time. What a move there. Oh, a good exit. They bang fenders. That's clean racing. Twilight had the better exit there. Anubis has to take that one on the chin for now. And while we see the TV camera as J-Rod comes in the back in 5th place trying to hunt them down. Anubis looked to the inside for another move. Seems to get a better exit out of that corner. But Twilight holds third now around the bend through the bull section. And they are putting pressure on Magic Man. Magic Man's trying to escape. But these two guys are not making it easy here. And wow, Twilight almost got called out by that curb. We saw that happen to Cards Fan. These curbs are slippery, especially on a damn track like it is today, overcast, cloudy. Now you got Twilight looking to make a move on Magic Man. Magic Man is on the hards, that is why. So him and the leader are on the hards. Surely Magic Man is going to get past, but you know what? He's doing his job right now. He's got 2 laps in the bank on the hards where he hasn't lost a spot. And surely it's going to happen here. Good exit from Magic Man on the hards. J-Rod, what a job. J-Rod gets past Anubis. When will Twilight make the move? Let's get on board here. Better exit for Twilight out of that corner. You can see how far his teammates are and behind there and J-Rod. Twilight's got to get this move done sooner than later. It's not an easy track to get overtakes. This is one of the spots you can do it. It is dangerous though. Look at how much Twilight has to lift. Magic Man goes defensive. and yields the position wisely. Magic Man's going in. He's done with his hard stint. So he'll be on softs the rest of the way. Anubis running wide, but now that leaves Twilight, J-Rod, and Anubis out on the softs as One Wing and Magic Man are on the same strategy. 5th place Pret Cruz, not too far behind, making his debut in the division, but he's been with SFR before, so he is no stranger to this type of racing here. As we look at the back of the field a little bit, Magic Man comes out. As we know, he's on softs the rest of the way, so is One Wing. Inferno on some used softs, getting chased down by Cannoli on some fresh softs. It's only a matter of time, you'd figure here, that Cannoli will get the job done and get around. Here it is, he's going for the outside. Inferno yields. Cannoli on the curbs, could be dangerous. Great move by Joey Cannoli for the RWB Racing, red, white, and blue. Phenomenal move there. Early Mac in 10th on the softs, and Mdez, after that slight disaster, managed to somewhat save it, and he's on the softs for the rest of the way now. Here we go again now. J-Rod looks like he's coming in. He is. Him and Twilight and Anubis all on the same strategy, it seems to be here. Let's check out the fuel. Anubis with the most in the Viper. That's not unusual. The Vet's burning similar here. Will anybody go for a splash? No. They are out. You can see Pret Cruz taking second. Magic Man coming across, going to take that 3rd position over Twilight. And he has it, and Twilight is now on the hards. So, the undercut on the hards seemed to work pretty well for Magic Man. Will he get held up by Pret Cruz? Cruz is going to have to pit within the next few laps, you would assume. The biggest winner out of everybody right now is Little Mac, who's on the hards, really dominating this race right now. Hasn't had any pressure to deal with from the start. He's going to get his racing hards out of the way in 5 laps, you would figure, and he is going to be off to the races in softs. Here we go with Pret Cruz on the softs, Magic Man on the softs, Twilight on the hards, Anubis again. He loves this part of the track. He gets around Twilight. I'm sorry, J-Rod, who's on the hards. One Wing is on the softs, looking to do the same thing. Interesting strategies here. As J-Rod goes off slightly. Any damage? Luckily, no damage for J-Rod. That curb. That's a dangerous curb on that exit there. You have to really watch out. J-Rod has to collect himself right now, as now we have teammates fighting with each other here, or fighting to catch the man from BDRT and the Vet on the hards. Running a little bit wide, you get away with that here. And here comes Magic Man for a move on Pret Cruz. Will he get it? It shows 2 above his name. Cruz has the inside. He does yield it to Magic Man. Important pass for Magic Man there to build some distance between Twilight, Cruz, One Wing. Good job, clean racing. Here comes Twilight, still holding down 4th on the racing hards. Anubis and One Wing need to get a move on to try and get by Twilight here. Good bit of racing here from everybody. Mixed up strategies here too. As we head into lap 15 of this race. This seems to be a really good sector for Anubis here in the Viper. He really likes this. Down a little bit on his sector time, but that's due to some traffic. And there you go. Little Mac is in, so Little Mac will be on softs for the rest of the way out here. Let's see where Little Mac comes out to Magic Man. Cruz stays out. Magic Man's going to stay out. Now, Little Mac is going to be on fresher softs And there he goes. He's exiting. You can see in the distance he's exiting. Magic Man looks like he's got pretty decent tires here, but Little Mac is exiting. That's about a 5-second lead. So Magic Man has some work cut out for him here. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we have another battle. Anubis got in front of Twilight, which was a must on the racing softs while Twilight's on the hards. Now it's up to One Wing. Can One Wing do anything about it? And the Ford GT, what could he do? It's not going to get done here, I'll tell you that right now. This is a dangerous section, and you don't want to put yourself or anybody else at jeopardy. And just look at that little love tap. There's nothing wrong with that. One Wing is licking his chops as he sees his teammate getting that 4th position. Will he go for the inside move here? No, he can't get it done yet. Oh, he gets it done. Oh, he goes wide. He's forced a little bit wide, but he gets back in there. He got it done. Great job of driving by both drivers, leaving each other room. And that worked out pretty well for Twilight as well, as Twilight held pace with those guys. Pret Cruz is in, so let's see what he does. The man from the Puerto Rican Racing Club in the R8. Back on the softs. So I think Cruz is good to go for the remainder of the race here. You got J-Rod still on the hards, Twilight still on the hards, so Twilight's in a better position than his teammate. Cannoli is softs. He's got softs for the rest of the way. And I believe so does Early Mac. So this is going to get interesting. J-Rod, you would assume him and Twilight come in this lap. Let's see here. Yes, Twilight wanting to get off of those torture tires, as we call them. We'll see what the BDRT crew does from this point out. One Wing trying to make up some time on his teammate here, but Anubis is looking really, really strong in the Viper here. Magic Man has about a 7-second lead on them, and he's still down about 4 to 5 seconds, give or take, to Little Mac. One Wing is making his presence felt here against his teammate. Backs off, does the right thing, knows that they're both on soft tires. If anything, they could help each other bump draft a little bit, although it's really hard to do that now. Anubis looks like he's going a little defensive. One Wing looking like he wanted to get by there. They must be on the team radio together, telling each other, hey, let's not kill ourselves here and ruin our chances. They're both sitting in a really good spot. As we said, Twilight is on the racing hards in 5th place. He's in a good position here. They will be coming in, I believe, this lap. Pret Cruz in 6th on the softs. Joey Cannoli. What happened to J-Rod? J-Rod got overtaken by those two. And he's about to get overtaken by Early Mac from Rockefeller. I think J-Rod will be okay to make it into the pits before that. We'll see what happens with Twilight here. Twilight is going to come in, which will inherit a spot to Pret Cruz and promote him one spot. Is this the lap that the BDRT drivers decide to enter? They do indeed. There's Twilight entering. Nice clean pit entry there. And shortly we should see J-Rod pop up behind him here. Twilight 26%, J-Rod 29% fuel. Adding a splash here, and they will be on softs the rest of the way. And he's out. He comes out in 8th. So he does lose 3 positions net there. And he's got a decent gap on Inferno, who's on some, MDes, who's on some worn softs in the 911. And we know Inferno had a bit of bad luck here. So, there's J-Rod out in 10th on softs for the rest of the race. 21 laps to go. Inferno doing a decent job in the 911 as well. On softs for the rest of the way here. Here's Little Mac on softs. He pit lap 14. We'll see how long he runs his soft stint for. He ran the mediums, remember, 9 laps, which was 3 laps more than anybody else. Magic Man holding down a solid second. You can see he's in a zone here where he could catch Little Mac. It's going to be hard. Little Mac's precise drive. And we have the teammates from Rockefeller fighting it out. Anubis in one wing here. They should be helping each other, which they seem to be doing. Really good teamwork by these guys. Doing really well here. Pret Cruz in a solid 5th position here in the R8. Doing very well on some nice fresh soft tires. Joey Cannoli in 6th place, holding his own here. And again, I have to mention, Cannoli has been really putting the pace forward these last few rounds. He's gotten a bit unlucky. He qualified wonderful at Bathurst. I believe it was 4th. Could be wrong, but it was high on the grid. And on lap 1, down the mountain section, it got out of control, and which happens to the best of us. And that was that. So we're hoping, again, knock on wood for commentator's curse, Joey Cannoli holding down a solid 6th place. And this is really good points that look like they seem to be for RWB, with Little Mac holding down 1st place right now. So RWB looking to get some solid points here. In 7th, we have Early Mac, and there's Anubis that went into the pits. Twilight is behind them, and they have fuel. MDes is going to have to come in soon. I'm curious here. Anubis went in. He went on the racing hards. Okay, so Anubis is going to lose the position to Cruz. He comes out in 5th. And he's got a little bit of gap on Joey Cannoli here. So that's a good thing. Cannoli's going to need some tires. So Anubis is going to look to hold on to that 5th position. He is not going to catch Pret Cruz. That's for sure. Now, one wing. They went on a different strategy here, which might be a good idea from the teammates to break up if one was faster than the other and break up that cycle of constantly trailing each other here. So we'll see what pays off as Magic Man comes around. Let's see if one wing makes it into the pits this lap. Mean sounding Ford GT. There's Magic Man in. Yes, there's one wing in. So, what will they do? Magic Man has a lot more fuel than one wing, and he's going to add fuel here as well. One wing, 10% less fuel. Cannoli's going to add. It's going to be good for Cannoli. Magic back on the softs. So Magic will stay in 3rd. No, his teammate passes him. Anubis on the hards passes him, but surely Anubis is going to give that position back so Magic Man can chase down Pret Cruz and Little Mac. Anubis might not know it just yet. He's probably getting on the comms, and they're probably telling him to let me by, let me by. That will happen surely. And also, one wing went soft, so they have yet to run the hards. Neither has Little Mac, but now Twilight is in a position now hunting down one wing. and One Wing and Magic Man are both going to have to use the hards. So this is very interesting. Look at this battle forming here. Cannoli on new soft jumped J-Rod out of the pits, and he took fuel. And he's got much more fuel than J-Rod. Fresher tires, but J-Rod is looking for a move on the outside. Will Cannoli yield it? Oh, little contact. Oh, no. Oh, Cannoli saves it. Good save. That was a clean move by J-Rod. They just got a little bit together there. And luckily for Cannoli, he saved it. He's on fresher softs. He might not know this at the moment, but he's got more fuel than J-Rod, so he's sitting pretty right now. You just want to stay in the draft. He's going to inherit that position back once J-Rod pits. But for now, it's the BDRT driver's position. As you can see, his teammate Twilight in 6th place up the road is making a dent on this man One Wing, as Anubis does finally let Magic Man by. And Magic Man's got some work to do. He's about 5 to 6 seconds behind Pret Cruz in the Audi. Ooh, a little bit of rear lock up there in the R8, which is not uncommon for this car. Pret Cruz driving the Audi R8 on rails right now. His tires are looking pretty good actually as well too, so solid job here from the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club driver. Little Mac on racing soft still, only 7/10 down on his fastest lap, who holds the fastest lap of the race right now. And he is looking cool, calm, and collective so far. He has about it's hard for me to guess intervals here, but I know from the front of the start to T2 there, it's about 7 seconds. So he's looking at about a 10-second lead, although he's got less. He's going to have to come in with less fuel, a little bit less fuel, not less fuel, a little bit more tire wear, has a little mech, so that might help Pret Cruz. Not if he keeps locking the rears up like that, though, but some outstanding driving from the Puerto Rican driver. Magic Man, again, as we know, in 3rd. Now look at this. This is going to play a factor here, too. He's got a lot of fuel, and he's on fresh softs till the end. Anubis is getting done with his hard stint as his teammate is coming up on him here. They're going to have to work together. If Anubis is on a stint here where he's going to actually enter the pits, One Wing should just stay calm behind him. But he must have the okay to go by, and he does. He clears his teammate. Pretty good job there. Whoa, a little bit sketchy from One Wing coming back onto the racing line. I'm sure that wasn't intended. So let's see if Anubis actually makes his way into the pits. He's running low on fuel. You would think he might. And no, he's got to do one more lap on the mandatory hards. So that gives Twilight a chance now to close the gap even more. And he seems to be doing just that. And we know Anubis is going to pit, and Twilight is not going to pit. So Twilight will inherit that position, and he's looking to make up time on One Wing here. J-Rod in 7th right now with the softs on, building a little bit of a gap on Joey Cannoli here. So we did see J-Rod get by, and he's opened that gap even more. So nice job by J-Rod here to open that gap even more. So you have BDRT holding down 6th and 7th right now, both in the vets. Joey Cannoli, RWB 1 and 8 at the moment. Early Mac on some fresh softs in the M6 has had a clean race so far in the top 10, and he's on softs the rest of the way. There's Mdez. What it could have been for Mdez, it's not over yet, but Mdez qualified 4th, had such a good run going for TPRT. Again, there might be a little bit of controversy out of that T2 where he got bumped, but we'll have to see about that. As we have Pret Cruz in the pits here, what does he do? And sure enough, Anubis is in behind him. I'm getting rid of those hards. I'm not sure if Cruz took the hards yet or not, so we'll see. Looks like he's getting a full tank to the end. Okay, he's on the hards now, and he's got fuel, which looks like to be the end. So going for 5 laps on the hards, and he's going to run his final 9 on the softs. Now he's got trouble, though, because he's got J-Rod behind him here, and Cannoli, who are closing pretty quick. Anubis got fuel. He's not filled to the end, though, but he is on softs to the end. Mac on softs to the end and filled to the end. He'll have to make one more stop along with Anubis. Cannoli here. Let's get a ride with Cannoli here. How far? He's reduced that gap to J-Rod, who's closing in on Cruz on the hards here. Smooth driving from Cannoli here in the Merc. He's making a dent here. He's going to try and get as close as he can. The traffic from Pret Cruz on the hards is allowing Cannoli to put in some nice, solid, clean laps here and try and catch up to J-Rod. As I say that, J-Rod is looking for a move to the inside. Will Cruz give it to him or not? He has no choice in the matter as J-Rod overtakes into T1. A very clean move by J-Rod. Now Cruz has to be careful as Cannoli is right on the rear end, and Anubis is not too far behind. Cannoli looking for a move. Cruz going defensive on the inside. Does not want to give up another position on the hards. He can't do anything about it, though. What a move by Cannoli there to take the inside, and now is right back on J-Rod's tail. Anubis is looking to claim another victim from Pret Cruz here. This is not good for Cruz, although the one solace that he has, saving grace, is that he has fuel. The leader is into the pit lane here. As we stay on this battle, though, will Cruz give it up? It's not going to make it easy on Anubis. And Anubis needs to clear him. Will he do so here? Little contact, that's door rubbing is racing. Anubis gets it done. Great job by Anubis. Great job by Cruz to let him by. So now we have Little Mac exiting with fuel remaining. And he's on the softs. So 27 out of 38. Little Mac still in first place. He is done with his mandatory compounds. Is he going to run 14 laps on the softs, or is he going to have enough of a lead where he breaks it up into an 8 or a 6? That's going to be a decision, because Magic Man is not that far behind, and he's looking about, yeah, we got about 8 seconds here. So depending on how a pit strategy will go, as things have cycled through, we know Magic Man is going to go for one more pit. What will Little Mac do? That's the question. Will he be safe if he actually pits one more time here, or will he have to stretch these tires out, these soft tires out to the end, which will be a very difficult thing to do. I don't believe we saw anybody in GTC1 or GTC2 do that. The longest anybody went was 10 laps on softs. So we're asking a little bit more for Little Mac if he does that. And as you can see, Magic Man is not in the TV camera as he crosses the finish line here. So Magic Man will be hoping that Mac does pit one more time. One wing holding down third. Him and Magic Man are on the same strategy. Twilight in a nice solid fourth, although he is coming to the end of his stint here, has to pit one more time and needs fuel, which means this battle is getting even more intense now as J-Rod's in the same position. And Cannoli's got better tires, so does Anubis. Let's see if Cannoli can do anything here. Oh, nice job on pulling the car up. You see Anubis in the rear view there, not too far behind. Cannoli playing his cards right. Like I said, he had more fuel than J-Rod. I don't know if he knew that at the time, but that's going to bode well for him. Now, Anubis is the one that's on the freshest tires here. So good job again by Cannoli holding suit, putting the pressure on J-Rod, not making life easy here, knowing Anubis is lurking. As we take a look at Twilight here, he is surely going to have to come in this lap, which will be BDRT's final stint, and he wants to hold on to that fourth position. There he goes. He's in. Let's see. J-Rod gives the indicators that he's going in. Anubis is looking for a way around. And that got a little dicey there, as Red Bull Ring is a very hard pit entry. So that did hold up Cannoli a little bit, who inherits fourth place here. Great to see. Cannoli's going to have to get a move on, though, and so is Anubis, because the BDRT boys are going to come out, and they are not going to need to pit. So, oh, we got a move here. Cruz, Twilight, look at this. Will Anubis get the move on? Oh, he gets the move on Cannoli on the fresher softs. Good job by Anubis to inherit fourth. But this is a crazy situation here. Twilight gets the move. Mac gets the move. Cruz is on his hards. He's on his last lap of the hards, I believe. Mac is looking to take the inside. Cruz doesn't want to let it go. He has no choice. He has no choice but to yield it to Mac. Those racing hards are torture. Twilight takes six back. Will he be able to jump in the pits here, as J-Rod is on the fresh softs till the end? Magic Man in, one wing in. The key is Twilight here. Will Twilight be able to jump either Anubis or Cannoli? Anubis entering right now. Anubis is still going. Cannoli's still going here. Okay, they're going. They're continuing. So one wing is going to come out. He's going to clear both of them. As we see Mac dip in. Cannoli just clears Anubis and Cannoli. So Magic Man on softs to the end here. Fresh softs. And he's got a decent lead. As one wing runs wide, you got to be careful there out of that section. We've seen it happen a few times in the prior races and a few times today. Very dangerous corner exiting here. So Anubis is going to have to make another stop, and so is Cannoli. So that will open the door for J-Rod, even Cruz, because Cruz has fuel, so that will be interesting. But certainly for Twilight, as Twilight is in sixth place right now. Let's take a look here and see what Anubis does and what Cannoli does. Cannoli on much worse tires, less fuel. He's stretching those softs as long as he can, doing a good job. But you can see Twilight coming around, pouncing in the vet. Cruz not too far behind, looking to get rid of those softs. Anubis continues on. Surely Cannoli's going in. Yes, he is. Let's see what he does here, and if he could beat Twilight out. Cruz has fuel coming in, as you see that license plate on Joey Cannoli saying just that, Joey Cannoli. He's on softs, and Twilight got him. He got him by a lot because he needed fuel, and so did J-Rod, but not by as much. As now this is another battle here, and Mac, the same scenario, and Cruz, the same scenario. So J-Rod from BDRT has his hands full right now, ladies and gentlemen, looking to keep 6th place. As you see the Merc, the M6 and behind. As we go on board with J-Rod, an experienced driver, this position will not be given up easy. As he hits his marks here. Listen to the sound of that beautiful V8. Very nice job by J-Rod. Anubis is in. This is going to make things interesting here. Twilight is guaranteed that position because he has fuel. Anubis needs fuel. Anubis has such a good race so far, was competing for the podium in the top 5 all day. What will happen here? As we see, Twilight clearly has that position, no problem. Will J-Rod get it? Where is Anubis? Anubis comes out in 5th on the softs, so he makes it work. And he's cleared from this traffic of this battle here. Wow, how far is Cruz behind? Cruz not too far behind either. This could get interesting here, as we still have Cannoli and J-Rod going at it, and they're letting Mac from Rockefeller catch back up here. So let's get an update here at the top. We have Little Mac. We said, was he gonna pit or is he gonna run those softs to the end, which would have been 12 laps if I'm not mistaken, which is a chore around Red Bull Ring, but he's taking care of those tires so far. 2nd place we have Magic Man, who is in the distance here. His only hope at the win is if somehow Mac goes off track, which we don't want to see, or Mac makes another pit stop, but Mac might be thinking that in his head. So this is surely interesting to see here. One Wing looking like he's holding down 3rd position pretty firmly here, as he's got about a 6-second lead on Twilight, so One Wing has to keep it clean. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th look like they're pretty much in the bag here. 5th has his work cut out for him, though. He's on fresh softs. But here is where the battle is at, ladies and gentlemen, as Cannoli is going to look for a move up the inside here. Will he get it done on J-Rod? He backs off. Okay, he backs off J-Rod a little bit wide. That gives Cannoli a run. Now Mac is in the picture. The power of the vet is helping him out, though. The power of that vet on exit is what's helping J-Rod, and Cannoli dips back in. J-Rod's forced out a little bit wide there, but a great job by J-Rod to hold that position there. He had a bad exit out of turn 2. Cannoli had a better exit, but that vet, it just has the power over the Mercedes, and there was nothing Cannoli could do about it except for back off, which was a good job by him. Pret Cruz in 9th place on the softs. Mdez in 10th. Still putting up solid times. Again, an unfortunate race. What could have been for Mdez is the story here. Inferno on some fresh softs, and he is in 12th right now. So we go back to the top. Little Mac getting some worn, the tires are getting worn and worn. Can he make it another 4 laps, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. If I'm in the shoes of Little Mac or behind the wheel here, I think I'm gonna stretch it, and I'm just gonna try and stay as clean as I can. Know I have a big enough lead to Magic Man here, who obviously could put down some quicker laps here, but I'm not going to be worried about that right now. So I think Mac is going to opt for, let me just try and nurse these tires as much as I can, and we'll go from there. One wing in a solid position here over Twilight. He needs to keep it clean. But we still have a battle here going between Anubis is in fifth, holding down a solid position. There's a decent gap between him and Twilight here, but this isn't settled for sixth place, however, as Joey Cannoli, J-Rod, and Early Mac are 1, 2, 3 in abreast here, trying to see who can do what here in these last 3 laps. Can J-Rod hold on? Can Cannoli hold on from Mac? Let's see here. We get on board with Mac. What can Mac do? Nothing in behind Mac. Cruz is too far away at the moment. Will Mac go for a move here? Setting a best sector time. Right up on there. Cannoli runs a little bit wide, but he gets a good exit. Mac's got a good exit as well. And maybe Mac is just lining him up and waiting patiently to make his move here. As you can see, J-Rod out in front, getting a little bit of a gap put on. Cannoli, not much, probably about 0.8 of a second, and Mac's probably about 0.3 of a second is what this looks like here. Will he go for a move? We're going to have to see. He's on the rear bumper right now. As he dips to the inside, running a little bit wide. That's okay, they'll get away with that. That's going to compromise his run out of there. As you can see, the gap enhanced just a little bit more for Cannoli here. Oh, Mac runs a little wide, did he? I thought I saw him run wide. Didn't run that wide, but Cannoli, you see, got a really good exit out of T1 and put about an extra 0.4 on him. So J-Rod is still not out of the woods here, as we have Cannoli chasing him down in the Merc for that 6th spot. Either way, regardless of where these guys finish, this has been great racing, great racecraft from these guys today. And Mac looking to make up that time here. One wing in third. Twilight drove out of his skin today, actually. I'm sure he wanted that podium, and you could debate that traffic might have caused a little bit. Same thing with Anubis. Anubis was fighting for the podium. Anubis better be careful, as that Viper is known to be really good on fuel, but it seems to be sucking down fuel as he's on empty here, compared to Twilight, who has a bit more fuel here. So I don't know if Anubis is going to have to use his fuel map or not, and that's going to maybe give J-Rod and Cannoli and possibly even Mac a run. Mac is looking on empty too. Those gauges can be deceiving though, so we don't want to put too much stock into that. But let's get back to the leader here. Little Mac for Red, White, and Blue Racing, coming around on the penultimate lap here, about to go to the cross finish line for the final lap, is doing what we said and milking those tires for 12 laps. It could have even been 13, I'm not sure. I think it was 12 if I'm not mistaken, but that is one heck of a job by RWB's Little Mac in the Red, White, and Blue Racing Corvette for the final lap of the race. It looks all but sealed so far here for Little Mac, and he's been taking care of those tires pretty well. Magic Man, who has won the last few rounds, is going to concede a victory today to Little Mac as he holds second place. One Wing is in third place, and this is going to toss the championship up on its head here. Solid run so far from One Wing. Solid run from Twilight here. Twilight might have a little bit too much fuel, but those vents are thirsty here as he crosses on the final lap. Anubis not too far behind Twilight here, so it's not completely over yet. And if you look at the tire degradation, it's pretty much about the same. A little bit fresher for Anubis. Anubis about a second away. We'll see if he can do anything here. J-Rod and Cannoli, look at this. Mac has slipped off, but this is where it's at here. Further 6th position here. Cannoli is putting pressure on, getting better exits out of T2 every time. J-Rod got a really good exit there. So, Joey Cannoli not too far behind. We will come back to this momentarily, as congratulations to Little Mac for the victory. Outstanding run for Red, White, and Blue and Little Mac. Magic Man will take 2nd place for Rockefeller Racing. A phenomenal clean run by him. Flash of the lights. One Wing will take 3rd place for Rockefeller, so a double podium for them. Congratulations, clean racing. Twilight will take 4th, or will he? Yes, Anubis, what a run from both of these guys. Great job by Twilight to hold on to 4th. Nice driving for BDRT. Anubis right behind as we get a 360 here. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. J-Rod and Cannoli just get it. Oh, just by millimeters. You want to say that's about 3/10. Early Mac takes home 8th. Prec Cruz not too far behind in 9th. MDez in 10th. And I'll tell you, I got to say what would have been for MDez, because that was an outstanding run. He's playing with track limits there. That's okay, as he ran some... He's probably just drifting right now, knowing what could have been. And Inferno takes home 11th. So, wow, oh wow. What a job. What a race by GTC3. And hats off to RWB Little Mac. That was a phenomenal job by him, stretching those tires. Awesome racing, guys. So, I hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast. I hope you enjoy your weekend. From here on out, we'll have the stats updated for you and the standings and the team standings next week, as Rodrigo will be back with me for the GTC3 race. Again, I hope you enjoyed some Friday night racing. That was a pretty action-packed race. Hats off to Red, White, and Blue, BDRT, all the teams, Rockefeller with a double podium. But the man of the hour was RWB Little Mac, coming home with the win. So great job, guys. Great job. And I told you at the beginning of this, the standings are up for grabs here. So we shall see what happens. We'll give you an update when we come back next week. You will see us on either Thursday or Friday. We'll keep you updated. And again, for everybody out there, don't forget, like and subscribe to SFR GT Challenge, all the teams' Facebook pages, Red, White, and Blue Racing on Facebook, BDRT Black Dragon Racing Team on Facebook, TPRT on Facebook, Prec Puerto Rican E-Racing Club on Facebook. If I'm forgetting somebody, I am sorry. Again, Rockefeller Racing on Facebook and the SFR GT Challenge on Facebook. If you'd like to get involved, go to the SFR GT Challenge page, and our Discord link is pinned in the description, and you will be able to join our Discord and follow us and hopefully get yourself involved here. We have a few new registrations, and you will see a few new faces in this division, I believe, next week. But for now, we will head to Interlagos for round 9, and GTC1 will be back on Sunday with Demo 1 Garage, as always, broadcasting. And don't forget, everybody, this is the last round that you can have a car change. So after this round, everybody will be stuck in their cars. So there's some drivers that have stuck out with the same car all season, and there's been a lot of drivers that changed. So we'll see if anybody changes in GTC1 before we hit the track for Interlagos this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Set your calendars. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. But for now, Ketch signing off. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate everything. And once again, great racing for everybody. Thanks, guys.